If you are somebody who is completely fed up with having to ask somebody their opinion before you take any action in your life, then this video is for you. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Molly and I'm on a mission just to help you become the best version of yourself, level up, achieve the life, achieve the dreams, live in your authenticity as you are supposed to. So if my channel is of interest to you, be sure to give me a subscribe. But let's get straight into today's video. Today I really want to talk all about why you lack self-trust. Self-trust is something that took me a long time to get, and to be fair, it's still something that I'm working on, but I want to give you guys my honest advice on how you can genuinely attain self-trust. According to Google, self-trust is a deep belief in your own ability to be able to handle challenges and problems when they arise and make decisions that are aligned with your values. So let's break that down because that's a lot. Let's break all of that down. Number one, belief in your ability to handle life's challenges. Where do I even begin with this? I feel like that is something that a lot of people struggle with. You know, whenever a problem arises, you think, let me just call up so-and-so and ask them what they think. What do you think? What do you think that I should do? What path do you think I should take? Like, what's your opinion? Don't get me wrong, I am all for hearing out other people's opinions. I am all for asking elders what they think because ultimately they have lived more life than you. So of course they're going to be able to give you a piece of advice based off of their experience. However, every single person lives a life that is completely different to them. Every single person lives a life where they have a different perception, different life experiences, different points of views, different perspectives on challenges, on every single thing that happens in their life. They deal with it and they handle it differently. Therefore, what makes you think that they are qualified to be able to have an input in your life when you have lived a completely different life to them? If I had listened to what everyone else wanted to say about my life, I would not be sat here right now making content. I would not be helping somebody else who was in the same position as what I was in because I would have sung to everyone else's tune, and we are not about that. I'm just gonna say this: you know yourself the best. You know everything about you. You know everything about your body. You know everything about your mind, your life, your past experiences the best. Why take it from somebody who has only seen a snippet, who has only heard a snippet, who only knows a little bit of your life? You know everything. And I was thinking about this last night actually, because for some reason in my YouTube videos I always think about things the night before, hence why it kind of inspires the video today. But I was thinking about this last night and I was thinking about a particular path or point in my life, and I was thinking, God, like, how could I even begin to explain this to somebody? I could not even begin to explain that to somebody because it is something that I personally know the best, that I personally know, and I know that choice was the right decision for me, and I just cannot even begin to explain it because no one else has seen my life. No one else has seen everything I've seen, experienced every feeling, experienced every single emotion that I have felt before. So why should I ever expect someone else to be able to understand my perspective and offer me advice that is exactly catered to my life? The only person that can do that is yourself. Like I said, of course, I'm completely open to hearing other people's opinions, and to be fair, I do it. You ask my friends, you know, what do you think about this? Or your take on the situation, because I do believe it is very important to hear different people's perspectives as it kind of opens up your mind and offers you different ways of thinking. So 100%, I'm all down for that. But when you base every single decision, when you base your entire worth off of what is other people going to think, have I made the right choice? Is this the right decision? You know if it's the right choice because it is a feeling. It has gotten to the point now where I trust myself, I trust my decision making, trust in the God and trust in the universe, that I just know that whatever choice I have made will lead to a particular outcome that is supposed to be. That I know that even if that choice is quote unquote the wrong choice, I know that whatever path it leads me down is supposed to be, and I know that I will have learned the lessons needed to be learned in order for me to create a better choice in the future. So just remember that if you want to make a choice and you are always asking other people for their opinion, always asking other people what they think before you even ask yourself, girl, what are you even doing? Like, genuinely, what are you even doing? Why? I want to know why. And do you know why? Because it comes from the need of external validation. It comes from the place of not trusting in your abilities, or maybe you've made the wrong choice previously that's f***ed something up. It's because your whole life you have always been told that you are stupid and, you know, you can't make choices for yourself. You need to have someone else do it for you. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe your need for external validation doesn't come from within. Maybe it was planted in you by societal expectations. Maybe it was planted in you by your family. Maybe it's planted in you by your deep self-hatred that you have just built upon over time, based off of being bullied, based off of your past experiences, based off of the way your character was knocked down, based off of your childhood. Maybe that's the reason why. Before you start saying that it's your fault, before you start saying that, why do I do this? Why do I always need to search for external validation? First of all, ask yourself that. Ask yourself, why? genuinely, I want to know why. And when you understand why you need external validation all the time, your life will be changed because you can then work backwards. Like many other women, I used to crave male validation. I used to want to hear from a guy's mouth that I am pretty. I'd want to hear from a male that I'm attractive, or I'm this, or I'm that. I'm very much of a words of affirmation person. I love words of affirmation. Hence why I always compliment people, or when other people compliment me, it means so much to me because I very much am rooted off of words of affirmation. It's my love language. However, it comes a problem when you don't believe that you are pretty, or you don't believe that you are attractive because no one has told you that. Knowing and believing you are attractive is something that is so internal, and we actually talked a little bit about this yesterday on one of my friend's podcast episode with our friend Nee, Being Grounded. Go check it out. It is a very good episode, and she does talk a lot about self-talk in this, and how the way you talk to yourself shows up in your aura. The way that you talk to yourself and what you believe about yourself shows up in the way you come across in life. If you believe yourself to be unattractive, if you believe yourself to be unworthy, and you're ugly, and you're this and you're that, and no one's ever gonna love you, and you're so unpretty, you're gonna walk with your head held low. Someone says to you, oh, you're actually pretty, you're gonna be like, no, I'm not pretty, you're pretty, I'm not pretty. Like, when you receive a compliment like that, in order for you to train your brain to accept words of affirmation, and for you to accept it but not base your worth off of it, for you to not base your worth off of validation, when you receive a compliment, take it. Thank you so much, I really appreciate that. And if you want, thank you so much, I really appreciate that, I love your top. Because this is the way that you train your brain to accept them, because you believe it. When you start believing that you are beautiful, when you start believing that you are pretty, other people's validation you won't even need it. Like, you won't even need it. When you trust it in your decision making, when you trust it in your abilities, and you trust yourself, you won't even feel the need to ask somebody else. Talk about male validation, because I think this kind of links in a little bit to lack of self-trust, because it comes down to the fact that you always need someone to reassure you. You need someone to reassure the fact that you're attractive. You need someone to reassure the fact that you're pretty. You need someone to always be reassuring you that you are something, because you don't believe you are. When you believe you are, when you know you are, it will be an aura. I've noticed this because I am so self-assured, because I'm so self-confident. It is very like, oh wow, like, she's confident. Like, that is very intimidating, and not a lot of people can understand that. However, I know full well the right people and the right guy and the right lifestyle just naturally will align to me. Therefore, my need for external male validation is non-existent, because I just know, and I just trust in God, and I trust in the universe, I trust in myself that I'm creating the life that I want to create. Sometimes you will find that your need for external validation, because obviously this comes again into lack of self-trust. When you don't trust yourself, when you don't trust in your decision making and your abilities, you are never going to be able to foster and create the life that you want to live. When you constantly believe that someone else needs to make a decision for you, is this the right choice, you're going to follow anyone's opinion. If I said to someone, do you think content creation is the right choice, or like, do you think that I should do this, based on logics, they are gonna say, nah, yeah, don't do content creation, go to uni, or go get a job, or do something along them lines, because it makes money immediately. This is something you have to build up. So obviously, logically, they're going to go for something that is going to be, I suppose, valuable short term. But I know full well, and I know, and I trust in myself so much, and I trust in God and the universe, and I trust in everything so much, that I just know that doing this life path, it is benefiting somebody else. No, and I trust and I believe in myself so much that nothing is going to stop me. No one's dumb opinion is going to stop me. No one telling me, oh, you're such a low life. No one telling me, oh, this content creation is just bullshit, is ever going to stop me, because I know full well that it is my life path. I know full well what it means to me. I know how much it means to me. So why let someone else who has only seen a snippet of my life, only seen a snippet of what I actually do, dictate that? And this is how you need to start showing up in your life. You need to understand and know what is really important to you and what is really meaningful to you. You can do this by journaling, do this by meditation, do this by genuinely spending time with yourself. Understand what is the most important thing to me and why is it so important. For you, it could be pursuing your medical career. For you, it could be pursuing your career as an author, or pursuing your career as whatever it is. It could be packing up your whole house and going and living in a little minivan. Like, it could be anything that is so meaningful to you, but why is it meaningful to you? And when you know that, and when you genuinely love that fact about you. No one else's opinion is going to stop you. As an example, if you start dating somebody and you love him, you really, really like him, but your friend doesn't like him, and this friend is someone that like you don't really see much, kind of see like here and there, she's not really your friend, you and this guy are in love. She tells you, yeah, I don't like him. Are you just going to break up with him immediately? Are you going to defend him? It's the same principle. When you are so in love with yourself, when you are so in love with your ideas, and when you are so in love with what you are working towards and working on, no one's opinion will stop you, and your need for external validation will crumble with it, because you won't feel the need to ask somebody, what do you think? And I do genuinely believe it is from a place of security, it's from a place of safety. At the end of the day, we are sociable beings. We have to be around other people. That is the way that we survive. That's the way we have always survived, is through community. So naturally, you don't want to be seen as an outcast by your community. You don't want to be seen as an outcast by your family or by your friends. And as valuable as it is to be able to ask somebody what they think, I really do love that. I do it myself. I go and ask a business owner, I go and ask somebody who does the same thing as me, what do you think? You know, text my friend saying, what do you think about this thumbnail? Or do you think this thumbnail? Not because I don't trust myself, because I want to hear a third perspective, especially when it comes to things like this, because ultimately sometimes when you can get really inside of your head, you can keep thinking and keep going over something, thinking, is it this one or is it that one, is it this one or is it... Sometimes you just need someone to tell you straight, like, no, it's that one, maybe try this instead, or try that instead. That's the way you do grow. However, basing somebody else's useless opinion of you, I don't like that top, I don't like that outfit, I don't like your career, it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you where you want to be. So my point that I'm trying to say is it's very contextual. I really do believe that you have to base your worth and you have to trust in your decision making when it comes to deciding what is right for you and what is wrong for you. When it comes to the niche things like, you know, is this thumbnail good, or what do you think of this piece of work I've done? Ask them. It's valuable. Now I've talked a little bit about trusting yourself. I now want to talk about trusting your plan. Trusting your plan is like trusting God or the universe, whatever you believe in, that everything will work out how it is supposed to work out. Trusting in the plan, trusting in divine timing, trusting that whatever will happen when it is supposed to happen. If you have no idea what you're doing with your life right now, if you feel so lost, you have no idea what the hell is going on in your life, trust in the plan. I trust in the plan. And my eyes are watering, which kind of means it's whenever I get like sorry, I sounds so fucking crazy. Whenever I get those like spiritual things, I always cry. This is what you need to hear right now. Trust in the plan. Trust that every single thing will work out for you how it is supposed to work out for you, because nobody gets left behind. You will not get left behind. What is meant for you will happen. It will find you when it is supposed to find you. You are more powerful than what you realize. You are more powerful. You are more in control of your destiny than what you realize. Start taking advantage of it. Start using your power and start exerting it where you find necessary. Start thinking, no, I want to do this career path, and go headfirst in it. And whatever will happen from there will happen how it's supposed to be. Don't get caught up in the little small things like, or what if I don't make any friends from this, or what if I lose money, or what if this, or what if that. Get rid of it. Get rid of that mindset and go into it head first, and trust in the plan, trust in God, trust in the universe. Every single thing will work out for you how it is supposed to work out for you. It is the only way you are ever going to live the life that you want to live, is if you stop caring about the what ifs. But it's just belief in the unseen and belief that there's a higher power or there's something else working behind the scenes. You know, I really realize it sometimes in my life where I'm like, damn, how did that even happen? Like, how do we even get from here to here? Because it's just the plan, it's just fate, it's just the universe, it's you as well, part and parcel of your power, your manifestations, all combining together to form a plan. Like I said, you are more powerful than what you realize, and just have belief in things are working out for you behind the scenes. So I just picked up this book again to start reading it, which is The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, and this kind of linked into what I was just saying. When you allow a thought of doubt to enter your mind, the law of attraction will soon line up one doubtful thought after another. The moment a thought of doubt comes, release it immediately. Send that thought on its way, replace it with, I know I am receiving now, and feel it. Period. Like, when you start to feel doubt coming into your plan, when you start to feel doubt enter your mind about something that you're trying to work on, or decision, or whatever it is, get rid of it, because otherwise you are going to attract more of those doubts. You know, for example, if you get sick and you start thinking, oh my god, what if I've got this? Next thing you're thinking that you're going to die tomorrow, because one doubtful thought comes in one after the other, and it will clog your consciousness. And I talked about this previously in my last video, that you have to have a clear conscience to manifest, and sometimes just trusting in the plan and trusting in yourself eliminates this clouded consciousness, because you know that whatever is meant for you will happen. So now I want to talk a little bit about how to start actually trusting yourself. Number one is a mindset shift. You need to start understanding that everything will work out for you how it's supposed to work out for you. Mindset shift from thinking, I don't trust myself, to I do trust myself. There is something in your brain called myelin. Myelin is a fatty acid that covers your neurons. It helps the neurons like go faster and travel faster and stuff like this. And when you create a new habit, that neuron doesn't have any myelin, so your brain hates it. Your brain hates that new habit and it finds it hard to do because it hasn't got this myelin which makes it go fast. So right now it's going quite slow trying to create this neuron pathway. But the more you think a certain thing, the more you align your identity to the person who does that habit. I am a gym girl. You'll find the gym easy. It's the same thing. You have to apply it to this too. I trust myself. I trust in my plan. I trust in my decision making, and you will find that trusting in yourself and trust in your decision making will come easier, because naturally you have lined up your identity to the neural pathways that your brain is trying to create, making it easier, making it a little bit less harder, making you actually physically rewire your brain to understanding that you trust in yourself. And yeah, I do trust in my decision making, and I do trust that what I'm doing is right for me. And if it's not right for me, I'll find out, and that's my mistake to learn. I will gain more knowledge. I'll be stronger and more wisdomous because I have allowed myself to make mistakes. Number two is meditation and asking yourself things during meditation. Start asking yourself, what do you think that I should do? Start actually being more in tune with your body and being more in tune with how your body reacts to certain things. When you start meditating, you can kind of gain more of a clearer conscious. You can kind of just allow yourself and allow the feelings to come into your body, helping you to understand your emotions better, which in turn allows you to start trusting yourself. And thirdly, start working on yourself. Start healing from your past traumas. Heal from being bullied. Heal from going through the things you have went through where your confidence was knocked down. Lack of confidence equals lack of self-trust. If you aren't confident, you aren't going to trust yourself either. So start figuring out, why do I feel this way? Honestly, a lot of this is self-reflection, and a lot of this is self-healing and understanding yourself, understanding why you feel the way you feel. That is going to be how you get there. You can try shadow work, you can try therapy, you can try journaling, whatever works for you. Start asking yourself these questions and get serious about them. Start asking yourself, why? And that brings us to the very end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. I will leave the links to the podcast, my other social medias down in the description below, so be sure to check them out, and I'll see you next time. Bye!